David, tell us how you were feeling prior to the Transformation Challenge.
Prior to the challenge, quite honestly, not that good. I've had long-term obesity, and with obesity come a lot of challenges in life, and with those challenges come a lot of pain because your body's really not performing optimally. There was a lot of stress in my body, I guess. There was a lot of trapped emotion from people who, because I'd been larger and that, had also sort of taken their toll with their comments over the years. But fundamentally, my body was starting to break down. And I guess for me, the wake-up call was getting type 2 diabetes, which really was a sign that things weren't as they could have been.
What symptoms did you have?
So with diabetes, when you're undiagnosed, for me, I found I would just literally be trying to walk and would have to stop because I just couldn't push forward. I remember when, just before I got diagnosed, I went to the toilet and just felt a bit ill and threw up for 5 hours, 5 hours straight. And at that stage I thought there's something wrong here, and I was in the doctor pretty quickly after that. You'd have a glass of orange juice or of water and then just sit there for 2 hours with your head hung low because you just didn't have any energy. It didn't seem like anything made any difference. So the funny thing for me is I thought I had a shortage of sugar. I thought, oh, I'm not eating enough, maybe something's going wrong. I keep feeling like I'm going to go into a coma or a deep sleep. I'd sit on the sofa and fall asleep and basically have sleep apnea. I wasn't sleeping properly, all of those types of complications that you get. But fundamentally, not knowing about it is worse than when you've actually got a name for it.
Once you had that answer. So too, you said that you were thinking of having an operation?
I was.
Yeah, tell us about that.
So when I went to the doctor this time, I have tried weight loss before, but never with a trainer, always on my own. And again, I now see the folly of that. And I understand now why people go up and down on their weight. Because if you don't know how to exercise properly, then you're not going to get those long-term results. So the operation, really, I went to the doctor and I said, I'm looking at doing this 12-week challenge, which I've heard about. I've read the results online. I've seen what other people have done. They seem to have done well, but I want to make sure I'm actually physically able to do it. And the doctor took one look and said, well, you know, yes, you are. And I said, well, aren't there risks involved if I'm trying to drastically reduce my weight? Surely with diabetes, with heart complications, with asthma, with all the things that come with that, there are risks. And he said to me, yes, there are risks, but the risk of you doing nothing are a lot greater than you doing some moderate exercise to get yourself better.
And you've lost 15 centimetres off your waist, and weight reduced 21 kilos.
That's right. So not only 15 centimetres off my waist, but 19 centimetres off my hips, and another 16 off my backside. So, 15 centimetres sounds like 5-6 inches, but in reality I've gone from a 5XL size down to an XL. And what that means for me in terms of freedom is that I can walk into any shop now and buy clothes off the rack, just like these. For me, that's a real plus. It was never about the looks for me, this challenge. It was always about getting my health back in balance. But that's an amazing benefit to have for someone who couldn't go to normal shops and buy clothes.
And have you been back to the doctor?
I have been back to the doctor. I've done some routine bloods, which I'm happy to say have been fantastic. I was concerned about my blood sugar because that was 11.5, which even for a type 2 diabetic is off the charts. And now it's 4.6. But not only that, my cholesterol profile and all the other indicators that they look at for general health are now all back in the middle of where they should be. And that's fantastic.
And you would say this is due to the Transformation Challenge?
It's only due to doing a Transformation Challenge. The reality is, the gym has saved my life, there's no doubt about it. And when I say the gym, it's not just about the fact I've been doing exercise. It's about the fact I've done it in a very supported way, in a supported community, that I've had an excellent trainer who stood with me through the good and bad times, who was there to support when she needed to and there to crack the whip when she needed to as well. And for me, it's one of the best things I've ever done. How do you put value on getting your life back from that circumstance?